I believe you really see the altars start to work. Yeah, when I was adjusting the camera, you didn't miss much. You just threw down another creature. His hand isn't terrible by any means. He's got a good starting hand. Goblins, Black Skull Crusher. He's got an altar. He's got a surprise attack, so he's not sitting bad. And like I said, I don't know if anyone would like this format or a different kind of format where there's no commentary, just straight gameplay. I don't know. But this is the new guy, the Spider Guard. Awesome vampire. And does work with the Sveltana's ability to bring a vampire back. He's a 3 might vampire, so works well. Like I said, he's got a lot of options. He played that one really well. And as you can see, he's pretty much got the board there. That is good board control. And Lightning Burst, I put that in there, and I'll be honest, it rarely pops up, or at least it's rarely popped up in the games I've played. Um, it was just something to put in there to see how it would work. Here's what his hand's looking like. Plays the Crusher, and he plays the Drummer, or War Chanter. Banshee, especially Trailer Park Hooker Banshee, she is a mean, mean bitch. And here's what his hand's looking like. Still has a lot. He can still do a lot. But issue being mid to late game, vampire decks really start to shine once you could start pulling out vampires from the graveyard. Here's what the graveyard's looking like. Two really great vampires. Once you could start pulling them, and you will late game. You just one after the other, especially when you're not drawing good cards. And he plays the Crusher. I don't blame him. Here's the new Vampire Ritual Altar. As you can see, it's not a spell. It does affect the Crusher, making him nowhere near as badass as he just was, because he's won me some games and he's also beat me in games. It's like I said, not a bad creature at all. Hard to beat. Right now, he just doesn't have much going, so he drew another Crusher, and he has the surprise attack, but it's not doing much when you got two drummers and a slightly reduced Black Skull Crusher. And it's just kind of like, who do you use it on at this point? You know what I mean? Because I'm staring at the board as he is. Who do you use it on? Because you're wasting a lot of resources to kill a 3-drop vampire. And with the Lord, you can pretty much clear all this out. Once he starts killing creatures, resurrected one. Bring out another one. So there goes that guy. There goes that guy. Now, at this point, turn 8 for us. I actually have board control. And I also have the ability to pop up decent vampire creatures that can heal themselves. Probably one of the best and strongest factions in all of Might and Magic. I mean, even Might and Magic 6, if you're playing Necro, it's hard to lose. Like I said before, I know it's probably weird to do commentary on your own game, but if it wasn't for power outages last night and the lack of me being able to truly stream, things might have went different. And that's kind of heartbreaking, especially when you see the perma wall come out, as I like to call it. You see that come out and you're like, really? Really, this is the route things are going to go? And then, of course, the vampires just keep popping out every turn. And just showing you later game what he has in his hand. Not a, like I said, late game, once you start to get past turn 10 in against any type of Necro deck, Banshees, Boneyards, all that stuff, it's really hard to overcome. And he might have just got a late start, you know what I mean, as I was looking at it. He doesn't have the most cookie cutter traditional Acamas deck I've ever seen. I mean, you don't usually see Black Skull goblins, and I even thought about putting them in there just to try them out. Pump up the vampire a little bit. Start wrecking some folks. And like I said, one of the best things is when that spider guard starts hitting the crusher. One crippling counter, and he just becomes close to useless. A 1/2 now, plus the altar on top of that. So their best creature, or one of their best creatures, close to worthless at this point. Now, one thing I can see happening later on down the road, I'll be playing with this deck. I'll be playing someone who can use Father Wrath Sky. Oh yeah, that'll do it. And And our Black Skull Goblin, give that man a medal. Even though he is a coward, he came through today, killed someone, killed a vampire no less. Unfortunately, he probably missed the heart. That vampire's going to get back up. Yeah, and he called it at that point. And as you can see, I was still sitting on a Banshee. Still had plenty of vampires in the graveyard. Not a whole lot you could do about it at that point.